Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCat, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dachi. Hello, Dachi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smash that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. I just realized I haven't showered yet today. Showered last night. Went to the gym and I've just been doing stuff. I had messaged a couple of people that I had talked to over this weekend. One of them got back to me, which is nice. One of the other things, well, most of that is just for the Real Randy Chavez channel. One of which is for daCat, and then another of which is for daCat, but I haven't messaged them yet. We actually might do another one with daCat. So we're gonna have Dan from Agoro going to be on the podcast at some point. I think is traveling right now. He does live in Utah. I don't know what area. Maybe Salt Lake. I don't know. Once he gets settled there, we'll go in and schedule a date. We have Moonbeam coming on the show tomorrow on the last seat at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then tomorrow will be like my last show before the OMI Homie show. So tomorrow will be like kind of a long one, hour and a half, 2 hours. Ironman616 and good meeting you in person finally. See you at DCon. Can't wait. I had my flights there, but then I have to. Spirit is like trying to refund me because my they canceled my flight, so I have to go get a new one. But I think I'm gonna try to go and get a new one for Arizona. I'm gonna fly to see Fam Bam, and then we're gonna go and drive there. And then we'll all make merry from that Thursday afternoon through Sunday, maybe Monday. I mean, I think the hotel I have is through Monday as well, so I have to go in and get that bread. Either way, also I had mentioned on Twitter before that every time I go to New York, I gain weight, and I literally just gained like 3 pounds. I was 192 before I left. I was 195 today. Granted, I had 4 crispy chicken sandwiches yesterday from Popeyes, which are 700 calories each. So, that was the thing. So today, what I did, I decided that I want to be under 190 pounds by the time Las Vegas DCon starts, and if I can do that, actually, I'll just read you the tweet here. Ah, shit, I can't. Oh, no, I can read you the tweet. Got to go here because I saved something on my phone. And the tweet, as that goes through, good. Where's my X account? Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm sorry. We're going here. Slow but steady. Every time I go to New York, I gain weight. If I don't get below 190 pounds before DCon Las Vegas, I will give someone from the VeVe official fam 1 million OMI. I repeat, 1 million OMI will be given away if I do not get under 190 by that point. If I do, I don't have them with it, but if I do, I will go on and give away my Noggles glasses that I've gotten recently from Nounish Friends. So if anyone wants, so somebody get something either way. There will be a giveaway, either the glasses or a million OMI. Most people would probably prefer the OMI because I think these are probably like $20 maybe, but they're still cool. So anyway, I'm gonna hope to do it and keep my OMI, and if I can, great. I mean, I have 4 weeks to lose 5 pounds, and if I really wanted to, I could just not eat. But I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do I want to do it like in the way of like, okay, no, working hard and working out, eating healthy as opposed to just not eating. So, we'll see. Anyway, Bill Gardner says, what up? How's it going, fam? Bill Gardner was so good to finally see you in person and see the wife as well. And there's a bunch of great times. I wish we got to spend a little more time together. But for Vegas, gold logo. Let's see what that gold logo is. I think somebody or 2 people have gone on and they have floored it. Let's see what we're at here. And it was well below the floor too. I think it's like $48. Okay, $4,800. but for 19.5 or 19,500,000. So you could actually get it for like 4,300 if you pay with OMI. But 19 million OMI is a lot. I don't think I could do that because OMI is down 4% on the day to 00021, and will it's better than it was the other day at 0000198. But again, for stacking, we should go lower. But it is not currently right there. Yeah, Vegas. Let's go. 4 weeks and 4 days. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks and 4 days, give or take. That's what I have. That's what I have to lose 5 pounds, which I'm not gonna lie, should be pretty easy. Anyway, let's continue on. VeVe grosses 100K in 2 events. So at Designer Con, I think they did like 50. New York Comic Con, they did well over 50. I think they did like 60 or 70. So they did very, very well. That was very exciting. We like to have a little bit of celebrations when we get there. But to be fair, the Designer Con in Hong Kong, there was one guy that spent $37,000 by himself. So you can, like, the rest of the con at that drag, yeah, another 20, maybe 30K combined, you know, but yeah, that one dude, whew, he went kind of hard. And I forgot to ask David who that dude was. I forgot to ask him, like, what the heck? It was nice meeting you, right? Mr. Hulk 181. It was so great seeing you as well. Lots of great times. Again, so happy to meet a bunch of people, and then little upset that a couple of other people weren't there. You know, Taps wasn't there, VeVe Fam Bam wasn't there. Sparky was there for like a couple hours and then she dipped. Too school for cool, that one. Anyway, the thing that I really liked was that you still had a bunch of people that have been there for a while showed up, and then some newer people as well. So those are the things that kind of make me smile. Bill said 0002 can get bent. Listen, if you want to stack, where do you want to stack at? I want to stack lower. Like, do I want to buy it at 0002 or do I want to buy it at 0017? Now, that being said, the market just got crushed, and OMI actually held up fairly well in compared to everything else. But I will go on and say, last night, okay, coolio. All right, let's see how they're doing, because we did have a bit of an uptick today. We're back up over $4 trillion market cap for all of crypto. Yeah, big uptick. All right, Bitcoin up 4% to 115.1. We actually, yeah, we were down at like under 110 a day ago. Had, you know, a little bit staircase climb to about 111, up to 113, 114, 150. Yeah, so now at 115.1. That is not the highest it's been. It's been about 115.5, but again, since it was literally, it wicked down to 102 the other day, this is welcome. ETH, though, the main winners of the day, legends forever. ETH is up 11% on the day at 41 hundo. Good for them. Good for, well, actually, that's, I don't even want to say winner of the day, because BNB is up 15%, Solana's up 11%, Lido Staked up 10.5%, Dogecoin up 11, almost 12%, Cardano up 11%. So yeah, ETH is just, it's kind of a normal up day, all things considered. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take that. That is nice. But yeah, BNB up 15% is pretty sweet as well. Actually up 16% now for the last 24 hours. And why is this? Okay, let's see why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a home. Tell me why ain't nothing. Okay, here we go. Trump headed to Israel with a message of peace and power. Trump just accepted a big invitation, and he's going to speak to Israel's parliament, the Knesset, during his upcoming trip to the Middle East. It's a historic visit marking 2 years since the deadly Hamas attacks of 7 October 2023. He says, we're standing on the doorstep of one of the greatest diplomatic achievements ever. We won't stop until peace is real and lasting, end quote. In Trump's words, this isn't about politics. It's about making history, and proving peace in the Middle East isn't impossible. Now, he was snubbed for a Nobel Peace Prize, which I definitely think he should have won, but he wasn't. That's fine. He's going to do the work anyway. For this, markets really like peace. They dislike war, and they like peace. They like stability. So this is something that had helped. You also have Trump saying, I hear the hostages might even be a little early, but I don't want to say that. So they have the hostages. I understand all 20, and we may get them out a little bit early. Getting them was amazing, actually, because we were involved, and they were in places you don't want to know about, deep, deep, deep. So the hostages might be released early. The fact that we're getting them at all is great. He also said that the war is over. The ceasefire is going to hold. He said, this war is over. Okay. Do you understand that? I think that the ceasefire is going to hold. I think people are tired of it. It's been centuries, not just recent. It's been centuries. He continues on to say that Ukraine needs patriots very badly. They'd like to have Tomahawks that step up. We talked about that. I might have to speak to Russia, to be honest with you, about Tomahawks. Do they want to have Tomahawks going in their direction? I don't think so. I told that to President Zelensky because Tomahawks are a new step of aggression. And I might talk to Putin. I might say, look, if this war is not going to get settled, I'm going to send them Tomahawks. The Tomahawk is an incredible weapon, a very offensive weapon. And honestly, Russia does not need that. So hopefully this is another push to get Putin to come to the table again. Zelensky come to the table. Hey, let's try to get this peace deal signed. Because again, if that can happen, very good for markets. Trump talking about the Pakistan-Afghani war, saying this will be my 8th war that I have solved. And I hear there is a war now going on between Pakistan and Afghanistan. I said I'll have to wait until I get back. I'm doing another one because I'm good at solving. I'm good at wars. I'm good at making peace. It's an honor to do it. I saved millions of lives. And in all fairness, the Nobel Committee, it was for 2024, and this was picked for 2024. But there are those who say you could make an exception because a lot of things happened during 2025 that are done and complete and great. But I did this not for the Nobel. I did this for saving lives. I mean, we've saved millions of lives. Kind of repeating himself there a little bit, but if you watched his live recently, he looked very, very tired, which is interesting because he's burned the candle at both ends. He's doing all these things, doing politicking, he's going golfing with his granddaughter. So he also goes on about tariffs, saying, a reporter had asked, is 100% tariffs on China on November still the plan? Trump says, right now it is, but let's see what happens. For me, November 1st is an eternity. That's when Trump had promised 100% tariffs on them. And that's when the market just took a giant dump. Everyone panicked, so longs got liquidated. And there was a bunch of manipulation from Robinhood, Coinbase, and Binance, where they just flat out were not letting people add to their leverage positions. They weren't letting people buy. And it just absolutely wrecked the crypto market. So you had people that, and this is why I don't trade on leverage anymore. I did it like once, I think maybe twice, didn't work out. You could have had it leveraged at, like $118,000 Bitcoin, and be like, you know what, I'm going to let this ride. 121, 126, you're feeling good. Bitcoin's all-time high, sentiment's up. Gonna let it ride. Why would I close it out now? And then you got wrecked. I feel like Captain America going in and saying, so you got wrecked, you got liquidated. This didn't go exactly how you planned. And now that it looks like the tariffs won't happen, because on Polymarket, I think it's down to like an 11% chance that they actually do happen, because I'm not gonna lie, China doesn't look good right now. It had came out that they had written to a bunch of other countries with insane blackmail, like, hey, you're not going to do business with the United States, you're not going to do X, Y, and Z. And Trump got wind of it because one of the other states, kind of tattled. And Trump's like, okay, you want to play this game? I'll play this game all day long. We can outlast them. And Trump was not afraid to call it out. So now I think that, and don't get me wrong, this is not me thinking that. It's the rest of the world betting on Polymarket that it's not going to happen, and me just interpreting that data. But also, that being said, yeah, a couple friends in China, and that tariff war these last few, this year, it was not very popular. So I don't think he wants another one on his hands. Anyway, Ben in Korea says, welcome back. Thank you. I came back a bit yesterday, and yesterday I was dragging. I probably shouldn't have gone live yesterday. It was not the best look for me. Bill, who are you going to call? What's up, Ben in Korea? Hope you're doing well. All right, let's keep on going here. November 1st is an eternity. Trump talked about not going to heaven, which I thought was weird. Trump to Ukraine saying Biden gave them $350 billion. We gave them nothing, but we gave them respect. And all of that just to say that This is what's fueling the recovery. The fact that tariffs might not happen, the fact that the hostages will be released early, that peace deals are happening. So again, markets really like stability, and I thought that was great. Trump says Putin's going to end the war, or it won't be good for him. Says, I really think that Putin would look great if he got this settled, and I think he's going to settle it. If he doesn't, it's not going to be good for him. Ripping pasta. So anyway, that's the latest on the Trump effect. This is the last night, better day. When more hot yoga. I said that out loud. I did not mean to. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's see what did we do first? Let's do DEVVE here real quick. They are up about 4% on the day to almost 42 cents. There will be, I think I'll make a video on this later this week, because we are in the first baby steps of Q2. The first 2 weeks I'm sorry, Q4. First 2 weeks are done. There's going to be a couple of things that they have announced this quarter. I'm not sure if the ones that people want are going to be until later this quarter. So we might have a little time. We'll see. I did say I would get more. Ideally, I'd like to get more down in the 30-something cent range. Even if it does like another 10, percent, 20%, whatever, and it goes at 50 cents, I'll still get some. Right now, I am probably going to lean between DEVVE and OMI, because Definity, I don't know what they did today. Let me see what Definity did. Okay, they're up 11% on the day to 2.2 cents. That's still wicked low. They're still at a $3.5 million market cap. That is very, very low. So they're at 3.5. DEVVE's at, I think, 36, almost 37 million. Let's take a look at daCat. See what they did today. daCat's up 7% at a $2 million market cap, 511,000 in liquidity. So pretty nice to see that daCat is up, though, that 7%. Coolio. I asked a couple of my friends if they wanted to do the biggest loser to see who they, who could lose the most weight by Vegas, and they all said no. So anyone wants to do that with me, that'd be a little fun, be a little great to do. Ghostbusters, woo! Okay. For those of you that are just listening, I didn't just randomly say Ghostbusters. Bill Gardner had said Ghostbusters, so I had to read it. Tammy says, hi there. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Tammy, do you want to do Biggest Loser with me? So you can lose the most weight by Vegas? That'd be fun. Anyway, let's continue on. So that was daCat. daCat, we will have a booth at New York Comic Con next year. I don't know if it'll be every day. It might just be probably 1 or 2 days. It won't be every day, unless the rest of the team wants to come in and work the booth. When I go to Comic Con, I want to party. So I'll work hard 1 or 2 days. The fact that David and Dan are at the booth every day is just a testament to how hard they want to work. Just a testament to how they're busy they're working every day, doing a lot of stuff. What else we got here? As I already said, I like food too. I didn't want to call you out and say like, oh yeah, I said that to my friends, and then they just didn't do it. But yeah, Tammy, she legit said this morning, like, let me read that text. Let me read these messages here. Where are they? Guido. Oh my God, there's so many text messages. Jen. Okay, there we go. Ralphie. Okay. Does anyone else want to do Biggest Loser with me? Sparky said F no. Tammy said, I'm good. I like food too much. You misspelled too. And then Fambam did not respond. She gave me a call, but she did not respond in that text. I have to go give her a message. We'll do, thank you so much. Probably will forget. 9. Okay. I have this guy named Jan who's like this big architecture in New York, and he's like super jacked too. He's going to come on the podcast, but he is what do you call it? He does not have the website up yet, so I'll let you know. Bill, wish I was able to meet. You didn't meet Bill? You totally met Bill, right? Yeah, you totally met him. Oh, your wife. You didn't meet his wife? She was there. I'm gonna lose weight anyways doing hot yoga. Fair point. I mean, not if you're getting Cane's chicken every day, Tammy. There's this one gay dude, and what was the chick's name? Emily, I think. Tamara, Emily. There was this one chick. She's like, let me see if I could find it. Let me go to girl goes on diet and gets fast food. I don't know if this is gonna and gets fast food. Amelia, Jessica. Oh God. Gay guy frustrated with girl diet. No. Oh my God. What? Oh wait. Okay, somebody's got to remember this video. Okay, is it if I go to YouTube? Okay, is it Jessica diet? All right, we're gonna put Jessica diet fast food. I don't even know if that was her name. Of course, it's all celebrity stuff. It's like Jessica Biel. I don't care what Jessica Biel's diet is. All right, I'm gonna have to call in the big guns here. Guys, remember that video series of this girl going on a diet and then 6 seconds later going to McDonald's and her gay friend was screaming at her? I need to know the name of that video and if they can send it. All right, Tammy says I was half asleep. Gotcha. We were hung out for like hours. You mean the other night? Like I met his wife. I love Canes. I know you do. Hope Heather with the pool. Peace. Meet her soon. We will Vegas. Oh, by the way, so there's this thing that I'm going to go to Arizona for. Well, I'm going to go to Arizona anyway, but there's this thing. God, let me picture the name. It's like WWE dinosaur. Okay, there's like. Okay, no. All right, wrestling dinosaur fight. Okay, Jurassic Fight Night. Hang on. It's the best dinosaur fight on Earth, and it's in Scottsdale, Arizona. But they haven't posted in a long time. All right, maybe on their Facebook. They legit haven't posted since like 2022. I don't know where. Like anyway, it's happening. I think in January. What's up, Curtis Cooper? Saying good evening. Good evening. Meow, 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 meow. All right, where's the rest of us? The Definity, daCat. All right, let's do SHIRO. Let's see where they're going at today. SHIRO Nico was up 14% on the day. Not bad, not bad. $2.83 million market cap. Not bad for SHIRO. I'll take it. 366,000 in volume, and again up almost 15% on the day. They still have some fight left in them. Can't wait to see where they're going. Bitcoin's still at 115.5. They're still getting it. ETH at 41.60. And let's check a Komi here real quick. Komi's down 0.5%. So the rest of the market is recovering, and OMI is still down here. Now why? Tell me why. I don't know. Maybe you have people that were, because back in August went from like 0.0017 to like 0.005, like super quickly. And then it had gone down to like 2.8, 2.9 a couple times and went right back up. It was in the 0.0023s, and then again now like the last couple days down like 30%, 35% from the last 7 days, where it was like 3.2, 3.3. And it actually went back down 0.0019s. just for a smidge. But it does seem over the last couple days, you do see that like kind of like triple bottom there that it formed. So I don't know how long it goes there, but I will probably get some, I will get some this week. If I don't get some this week, something is really wrong, but I should be able to get some this week. Lenti says, "Brah, you've been buying OMI lately during these dips." I will this week. Should be. It should happen. I should get a little bit, just a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to get up to like 300 million or anything, but I'm at 275. I should be able to get up to 285. 285, maybe 290-ish. I'll let you know. I mean, unless one of my things goes crazy and OMI goes down even more, we'll see. But yeah, I should be able to get a little bit here. It should be nice because I have to recoup because I spent 2 million at New York Comic Con, so I gotta get the spread. I'll let you know. Let's see what the volume was on, because the volume's still been there, and I not 100% sure. I mean, I know you have half that volume that's on like DeepCoin, right? And people are still feeling bullish about it, 93%. Yeah, DeepCoin is over half the volume, 4.5 million, and it's at 8.4 million. So let's say 4. Even if you take that away, it's still at 4 million. Gates got 1.5 million. Uniswap on base has 642,000. Bing X has 800K. Bitmart, you have 250,000. So again, there's still people that are buying at other places. So the volume's still there, but right now it's clearly sellers are winning. People are going out of that and they're getting other stuff. And they'll be very sorry when that narrative changes. When does it change? I don't know. Do we stay down at these prices or go even lower? Let's see how it can. I mean, that's always possible, right? Like, what are we at now? Market cap? So like 50, 60, $58 million market cap. So it's pretty low. Is it as low as DEVVE or Definity? No. Could it get there? Well, it can't get to Definity's level, but it's possible it goes to DEVVE's level would be very, very hard. That would be very hard. Because you'd have to get to, let's take like 30% off here, which would be like 0014, 145, give or take. So again, not impossible. I suppose it could wick down there, and again, that'd be great for me. I would stack so much if it happens in the next like couple days or so. And if it does, great. If not, no big deal. I'll say this: I've been peeping the large OMI wallets, and they're not selling. No, it's the larger wallets would not sell. The larger wallets have more than enough liquidity to where it doesn't really matter what the OMI price, like they're never going to need to sell. They'll sell eventually for profit, but they're in a bunch of other things right now. And they'll, like I said, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Mr. MC1, thanks for reposting. And hi all, awesome trip to New York City with the fam. Great seeing Randy in full party mode. Definitely had some party mode. There's some business there too. I texted your girl Steph. Well, not your girl. Like it's the intro that you had given me. Messed her a couple times now. Mr. MC1, I do not triple text, so it is on her to get back to me. If she does, great. Get her on the pod. We'll have whatever. If not, again, whether in business or in life or wherever, triple texting is not what I do. Anyway, yeah, this was good. Oh, Mr. MC1, did I tell you I'm getting Dan from Agoro on the podcast? He's the senior VP of sales who lives over in Utah. We have a lot to talk about. That's a lot of good stuff. Also on the pod, this guy Jan is a big architecture in New York City, and then this one chick over on, I don't know where you went on that Friday night, because we all went to some Irish bar afterwards, and that was fun. But there's a, God, I forget her name. Oh gosh, Nikki Bellanova, who's a burlesque dancer, and it'd be great to get her on the podcast. But you would like she's very sharp. Well, she was sharp when I was very drunk, but either way, seemed to be pretty fun. Card's good. The narrative is changing. Be patient, slow but steady. I agree. The problem isn't my patience. I mean, I've had this like shit for 5 years, right? 4.5 years. The problem is that I don't know when the best time to buy is. The best time to buy was mid-August before we had that pump, right? The next best time to buy, maybe now. It might be in 2 weeks. It might be in 2 months, or you know, it might have passed. I don't. Short term, nobody knows. Long term, yeah, we know where it's going. Awesome. Love Agora. When the place called oh, Marriott just left. That's true. You did have a thing that you guys did on Saturday too, right? Tell me about that. Tell me how that was. That seemed like it was fun. I don't know if I saw any pictures from there, but I definitely I could always tell that the vibes wherever the VeVe fam is really. It's like that Taylor Swift song. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hand, your team, your vibe. That is such a good song. Mr. MC1, have you heard the new Taylor Swift album? If you have, great. Tell me your favorite song. If you have not, what's wrong with you? Oh, I have to message Akash too. Give me 1 sec here. I haven't given him a message, and I said I would. And did he delete his X account? If he did, how dare he? Oh shit. All right, maybe he did. I could just shoot him a message. Give me 1 sec. Because I believe I have his. Oh, I got a lot of OMI people in here. But that is not one of them. Okay. Give me 1 second. Did not know Justin had that. All right. You are not a Swiftie, but we'll check it out. All right, 3 songs. There's one, I think it's the last song on the album. It's a collab with Sabrina Carpenter. Not my taste, but it's a collab with Sabrina Carpenter, so it should be pretty popular. 2, the song Wood. And be prepared, because that is smut, but if you know who it's about, it's kind of cool. And then Fate of Ophelia is like one of my new favorite Taylor Swift songs, like ever. Like that got me. I am ready to run through a wall, bro, whenever I hear that song. All right, anyway. Let's move on here because there's a bit of news to go over as well. Oh gosh. All right, what are some of the new stuff selling for? Let's see what we got here. They had made over 20,000 on the ADRESS, so that was really cool to see. Despite it being a listen, I know that a lot of times people they want to flip. All right, I should say this. The people that are very vocal in this community, they all want to flip. And I'm not going to call them complainers because they're not necessarily, well, okay, no, half of them are complaining, but the other half is just like, dude, can we like get a drop, please, where I don't immediately lose 90% of my money? Is like, I understand, fair point. But if you really like them and you think they're really cool, just get them on the secondary. So for $50 for the ADRESS, let me go in and take a search for them. The commons are $35. Okay, that's not bad. The rares are 32. And then there was that was it, because then you have the special edition, which I assume is I was going to assume like 900, but it is 2,700 doll hairs. Damn. I might have to, geez, I'm going to try to buy one of these. Again, they made 20K on it. So I understand that people are just like, hey, can we make a drop with better mechanics where you're Not necessarily. And again, this one is not what they're talking about. A lot of what people talk about is other drops where you pay like $30 for something and it's worth $5, or $50 for something and it's worth $9. This drop held the price pretty well because the 150 and minimum is like $32. But obviously you could get that one that's 2,700. Has anyone paid that for it yet? Probably not. But could you at least get, would 900 be gobbled up super easily? Yeah, probably. I would say probably. I mean, because you could buy 20 of these and really not get one, and that's $1,000. Now, granted, you'd still probably be able to get 400-ish out of that. You could go again because you could sell all of those. So I'm not going to try it. Bang for 20 of these, but again, I thought that was nice. The Mecha Bobo, the Mech Bobo, which the character is pretty cool. That did, all right, what's 573? That did 14K. So this is really interesting too. You have a character that is known in the VeVe world because of Evermind, and that did like 70% of what an AT-AT did, and AT-ATs are a very famous Star Wars like machine. I would say outside of AT-ATs, maybe destroyers, droids, clone troopers. Although clone troopers aren't machines; those are technically people. I'd say destroyers, droids, I guess TIE fighters, X-wings, and then the Death Star. Like I don't know if AT-ATs make it to the top, but I don't know. They're really freaking cool. Either way, one of Star Wars' top 10 most popular machines, and this Mech Bobo did 70%. Now why? Well, there's 888 of them. You have a little bit of a chase where you have 800 rare, 88 secret rare, and they were only $25 instead of 50, so they're half the price. So yeah, they did a lot better. Now, granted, the sales numbers, no, they did not do a lot better, but they sold more units. It looks good that more than half of them sold out. Now, even though the AT-ATs did 20 plus thousand, which is nice, I'll take that. I'm pretty sure Star Wars is cool with the check. It just doesn't look as good because 5,900 of them were made and less than 10% of them sold. So again, I am pretty sure that Star Wars will be like, yep, I'll take that check. They'll be fine with it because that's an extra however much. Let's say they get half. I don't know how much they get. Whatever they get, it's an extra thousands or even 5 figures worth that they didn't have before. But I feel like it would just be better optics if there were less of them that were made, and then they would have sold more percentage-wise. Now, granted, it came at a not great time because in New York Comic Con, everyone's buying everything. And again, VeVe grossed 100K in these past 2 events for DCon and New York Comic Con, but there's only so much money that people kind of have. And if you went there, okay, you had to pay for flights, you had to pay for a hotel, you had to pay for the tickets, unless you're Tammy, who did not pay for that. Anyway, and then there's other stuff there too. Like I spent a million OMI on the things. Which, by the way, if you got, I think Tammy, did you get a Spider-Man tier 3? All right, let me do Agoro, Darth Vader. There's like none of them are tier 3. You have like the tier 1 that's like 75. You get a little bit of your money back. Actually, you get pretty much all your money back if you paid an OMI. You have the blind box, which was actually okay. You can still get the blind box. For like $99 delivery fee. That is freaking ridiculous. Okay, you can get the uncertified one, like you don't know, for like 99 bucks. Cool. But I have a tier 3 Vader, which I honestly think could be a couple $100 worth, because it is harder to get. Not for the silver that's in it. The silver that's in it's not worth a ton, but the fact that it's collectible, it's one of 500. I think it's going to be worth a couple $100. Bill Garner says, Andre was great meeting you finally. Khaki adds admitting number is a hard thing to balance. You can't make it too little, otherwise the fandom misses out. That's true. It's true. And I think people will be happy about this eventually. 2 tickets to paradise, back in bags and leave tonight. The Hoth Battlefield diorama is $40, and they had sold 62, so just under $2,500. They had made with that, which, not gonna lie, it looks really cool, and I would totally get it. But again, $40 is a lot. The speeder bikes. Let me check the Captain America. So this would have been cool, I think, if this wasn't like the 5th Sam Wilson that they had put out. And even still, the 283. So they did 5 figures with it. It made 11K. So this one I like. It was 40 gems, but there's 500 editions, so they sold more than half. They made over 11K. And he looks good. And and he's a secret rare, so I like that too. I like that. I think that's fun. Okay. Mr. MC1 just posted great times at VeVe Collectors. Mr. Rolex, VeVe Comics, DG Vet. I'm sorry, Mr. 41. So we got a bunch of photos of some of the big whales there. People getting that bread. Yeah. So great to see everyone. This was a lot of fun. Also, the pulled pork mac and cheese that the con had was one of the greatest things that I think I've had in a while. Josh Mandel says, Twitter suggesting that a corporate entity could possibly be as cool as the artist formerly known as Prince is ridding our lives of 1.7 million. Oh, wait, what? X, formerly known as Twitter, purged 1.7 million bots engaging in reply spam this week. Oh, very good. Very good. Happy about that. I'll take that. Damn, it's a huge elephant. A bit. Okay. Let's keep on going. If you eBay Agoro Spider-Man, you have a tier 3. There's no sold ones yet, but it looks like $1,100, which again, there's none sold. So let me, or maybe there is one sold. Let me see if I can put completed/sold items. No, I mean, there were people buying the blind box like 125, 110, but there were no sold items from that. But let me try the Darth Vader sold, because I didn't do that yet. Because of, there's a tier 3, and I filter it with the sold listings. Nah, I mean, there's people that bid like 99, 108, 116, which is cool, 137. But there were none that show the tier 3, which I have. I have a tier 2 as well. So the tier 1, let's say it's like $69, right? I'm gonna comment nice down below with 69. Tier 2, let's say, is like 100 plus. I think the tier 3 is gonna be like a couple $100. The tier 4 is probably, the gold Vader, thousands of dollars. That's probably what it's gonna be. Anyway, let's get to some of the news here. God, I love this game. All right, what do we have from yesterday? Oh God, there's so many. Less than 2 weeks ago, Jim Cramer said to buy crypto. That is hysterical. Binance and Coinbase reported degraded performance with transactions due to heavy market activity for that weekend. That's also interesting. 19 billion were liquidated from the crypto market on October 10th, which is wild. The Rona crashes. They had 1.2 billion in liquidations. FTX crashes, 1.6 billion in liquidations. But on Friday, there were 9.5 billion in liquidations. That is an insane amount of liquidations. It's the largest single-day event ever, bigger than Luna, bigger than the Rona, and bigger than FTX. Foster Hill says sometimes you need to embrace the chaos. There's always a silver lining somewhere. Broke the record. Trump confirms the 130% China tariffs from November 1st with new export curbs on key software. But now that it looks, that was as of this morning, or I'm sorry, that was as of yesterday morning. But ever since then, Polymarket has it that we likely won't happen. It was International Girls' Day yesterday. Nancy Mace was celebrating. Binance CEO Richard Tang says that the company will learn from what happened and is committed to doing better. And I'm truly sorry to everyone who is impacted. These people are going to get shot. Like, this is, I don't know how you do that. Like this, I would never be in that position. Like, you could not pay me enough to be a CEO of one of these companies. This hyperliquid, okay, so there's a hyperliquid whale that opened shorts 30 minutes before Trump announced 100% tariffs on China. He closed the trades for $192 million in profit. His accounts were opened the same day, and he has already withdrawn most of that money. Sounds pretty crazy. Fed rate cut odds in October jumped to 98%, so the market should be recovering soon. Here's an old picture of me and Randy, the two Randys here. Randy Marsh on top of, well, you can see what that is. It's fire. I think I reported yesterday about blogger Constant Malik, known as Kostya Kudo. His body was found in his Lamborghini with his registered firearm nearby. He had unalived himself because he lost a lot in that liquidation event. Bad times. Ash Crypto Real says the most important question is, if we all lost money and 19 billion got liquidated from the crypto market, who the heck made that money? Good questions. Wild that we had 280 new people make their first purchase within the last 3 weeks. Oh, that was very nice. I do wish the numbers were better on the average daily users. From the 30th of September to the 9th of October, the lowest that we had was actually on September 30th, 644. The highest that we had was October 9th at 860. I do think on the 10th, which is Friday, would have been a much bigger day. So I'll get you those numbers when I can. Just because it was Comic-Con, more people should have been on the app. You have Akomi saying, weekend vibes at New York Comic-Con. We're still at booth 3327 through October 12th with exclusive Comic-Con items and 30% off when you pay with OMI. Don't miss your chance to grab these deals using the token that Power Where the World collects before the con ends. Yeah, really like that they were rewarding the logo holders. That was very special for me. Very special. Two blue. Oh yeah, we have a, when does this go on sale? We have a 1840 2-penny blue OJPL special edition that is going to be a 1 of 1. But it is not on the app yet. Oh no, it's going to be on the 18th. On the 18th, we have that. The next drop will be Ultraman issue number 7 on the 15th, and then the 2-penny blue, which will drop on the 18th. Heck yeah. And that has a 1 of 1. That 1 of 1 could be hundreds, could be thousands. Bro, that dude Adam that ATOM yesterday paired with USDT literally dropped to 0.001. I think like that was a wicked candle that just wicked down. That was insane. Rashid Al Farouk saying, just casual day at Gen Magillis with a couple of holy grails known to mankind. And he's taking a look at his Action Comics and his Amazing Fantasy 15. He's been on the podcast a couple times. We'll get him on again. Randy, got to get the yeah. I shot a message today. We'll follow up during the week. JL says yo, meow 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 meow. Love y'all on base. Crypto Real says Jim Cramer is never wrong, or inverse Jim Cramer. He said buy crypto here, and then it just took a giant dump. That is, God, that's hysterical. Oh, it's giveaway winners. From Definity, you have Toast 40X, HTML underscore based, Crowned DeFi, and Elgato Bitcoin. You guys have won the Definity giveaways, and they were already done. They're done. Shibtoshi says people want institutional money in crypto, but nobody wants the institutional manipulation that comes with it. Fair point. Bitmine appears to have bought an extra $480 million worth of Ethereum in the market crash. They 100% know what's coming. So when they did that last night, I thought it was interesting because, again, buying almost $500 million worth of something within 48 hours shows a lot of conviction and shows maybe that they knew that it was temporary, as did most of us. So glad I don't trade. Leverage trading. I don't think I would ever do. Because that sounds insane. Like, that sounds incredibly insane. I showed you all some pictures from yesterday. My friendos. Michael Saylor hints at buying more Bitcoin, saying, don't stop believing. Agreed. What else we got here? All right, so Mr. MC1 saying, each year more special than the prior, thanks to the entertaining and fun personality of real Randy Chavez. His personality truly is a special ingredient that makes our community more fun, informative, and welcoming. What a bay. Bagels AF. Oh, hey, there's Jana. We love Jana. Bro, why do I constantly look like that? Good times. All right, let me go in and say thanks, Bay, and give him a couple of hearts. Give him some of those. Send now. Sorry, just gonna check on something real quick. I can show you. Meow, 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 meow. The Ethereum is leaving exchanges very fast, lowest level since 2016 or 2017. Well, they're up 11% on the day. And again, Tom Lee going in and buying literally $500 million worth in a couple days. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's up 11, almost 12% on the 11.77%. Bitcoin's up 5%, still hanging up there, 115.4, almost 115.5. And again, like everything you look at, everywhere I go, riches always know. DEVVE's up 5%. Definity's up 11.5%. daCat's up 7%. Only thing that really hasn't recovered yet is a OMI. And I am itching to make a buy. I don't know if it'll happen for another 48 hours. Might supposed to happen tomorrow, but tomorrow is a bank holiday. I don't think things will be passed. I don't think things will happen tomorrow just because it's a bank holiday, but I do think later this week, in the next 48 to 72 hours, I'll be able to get some of that OMI. And when I do, I'll keep a lot of it and sell some on the way up. But I should be able to get a little DEVVE as well. And if Definity goes back under 2 cents, I'll get that too. And but that'd be a lot. That'd be a lot to ask. But I already have so much Definity. I'll probably just do DEVVE and OMI, because OMI I really need the dollar cost average down in, and DEVVE because I freaking love that thing. Anyway, let's go over to X and see what other people are talking about. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. My own decision. All right, who is this? Dan Hillary. 20 CAGR, asset doubles every 3.8 years on average. Bitcoin is the terminal CAGR. Thanks for playing. And you have Josh Mandel saying, don't forget that the A stands for average. Bitcoin is a roller coaster when it could achieve a smooth CAGR when log price is regressed against a log time, but humans still see time as a normal linear. So don't see it coming when it goes up 4x in a short period and then slips back down 80%. Having experienced time in log normal scale means getting a glance of the roller coaster track up ahead. When we hit those peaks, maybe I'm the only one who keeps his eyes open at these points. I remember. Do you? Such a way with words, Josh Mandel. Nice meme. Holmore's catalog says full self-driving 14 is incredible. I'm gonna give him some eyes because it sounds like it's really cool. Apparently Tron was visually pleasing to look at. Full self-driving reverses after crossing into the crosswalk on a yellow light. Interesting. Nifty, you don't care about that. Oh, interesting. We have Space Penguin Girl reposting Kenji. They have a Shill and Chill space over there, Fartless and OneCoin. Recovery Coin is talking about Recovery Coin. Power Hour, they're doing giveaways. And I think if, in case you didn't hear it, I'm doing a giveaway as well. If November 15th comes along and I do not weigh under 190 pounds, I will give away a million OMI. And if I do, then I'll just give away some Noggles glasses. Either way, I thought that was cool. Onboarding, Alpha Space, don't need that. Blockchain Masons, don't need that either. Let's see what the Shill and Chill is for Fartless and OneCoin. Let's see if they allow me up.
So, $50 a piece. And everything raised from that goes back into the ecosystem. And this is where other people jump in there and help out. And we have games.
Kenji's got 9,200 followers. And they follow me. Maybe I could go get them into the daCat world.
We had a AMA 2 days ago.
Oh, he's a dev of Kenji meme. Oh, his name is this Kid and Walt? Kid and Walt Experience? Yo, what up, what up?
Really cool. So this community member has 3 kids. The one we were talking to was about 8 years old. Her second kid was about 12 years old, and she loved to draw by hand. So what did we do? We made her a creator. We launched her set on Kudui, which is a marketplace that we work on with the BNB NFTs. Her collection sold.
Okay, that's really interesting because there's this one guy on TikTok. I don't know his name. He's in a wheelchair. I think he has cerebral palsy, and he made a hot sauce. So he had this interesting campaign where he goes like I don't know if it's good or not. It's probably decent, but he made this hot sauce. He tried as he might to like get it in like local stores, and they're like no. So he's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna launch my own. I'm gonna launch the hot sauce on my own website, on my own store. He made a meme out of it. It's called like Kick. It's called like Wheelchair. Let me see if I can find it. Because I am following this dude now. Oh God, love that. How do I find who I'm following here? Okay, I can't seem to find it for whatever reason. But I promise it's a cool. I can't. All right, maybe and Tara Strong's posting like every 6 seconds here. I swear I'm trying to find this. I'm going through the people that I follow, and I didn't think I followed this many freaking people, but apparently I do. And it's not. I've got to start unfollowing all of these people. I have no idea who half of them are. Oh, I know Robert Irwin. All right, I'm just gonna search it. Wheelchair hot sauce. Okay, it's called the Crippling Company. That is hysterical. I could have sworn I was following him. Yeah, it's called the Crippling Company, and he's got a shirt that says it's called Crippling Hot Sauce, and he says the hot sauce did not put me in a wheelchair, but it could. Again, he had like no success when trying to get it onto like local stores. He made a meme out of it and said like, "Hey, buy my stuff," and people did. And I guess I don't know if they liked it enough, like, "Hey, this is actually pretty good. Let me keep buying it," or it just went viral because it's a meme, and people are like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy it because f the man, f the corporations. Let's get support this kid." Um, so the reason I bring that up is because this person that's in the fartless OneCoin space, I think his name is Big YOLO. He's like, you know what we did? We took I have no idea who this person is. I'm not trying to show. It's like we took this one girl, like 8 years old. She drew something, and we created it. So I feel like that type of thing. I don't want to say tugs at the heartstrings, but like if you have like a 40-year-old dude going to be like, hey, I made this, I made these tops, buy it. It's like it's almost like a little weird. But when you have like an 8-year-old say like, hey, I drew this, and you want to support kids and their dreams, you buy it. So there's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy wishes he was older because he thinks that when he's older he'll be big, he'll be strong, and he'll be like an older dude. He's getting all the girls, he'll be able to do what he wants. But he just winds up being like he just doesn't look good when he's fat, he's kind of balding, he's kind of like anyway. So he goes to help this old lady across the street, and she like pepper sprays him, and he's like, Timmy, when a 10-year-old boy walks an old lady across the street, it's kind of cute. But when a 40-year-old man does it, it's a little creepy. So I feel like if you get these, maybe VeVe should somehow learn to incorporate certain like kids into the process, because even if people again, let's say it's somebody has like a fun idea for like tops, and they like gamify it, right? And they say like, hey, brown top is better than yellow top, which is better than silver top, but the silver top beats the brown top, like a rock paper scissors thing. Let's say it's like, yeah, I could play this and it'd be fun, but it's like, okay, what, like, who wants to waste the time? But then you have it say like, well, these tops, like the game mechanics were invented by me, but the tops were designed by this like 8, 10-year-old. People are like, oh, and like 1% of the proceeds goes to this 8 or 10-year-old. Like people would be like, they would eat that shit. Because I know people, and I know markets, and I know sentiment, and that's 100% what they would do. I had a girl knock on my door the other day, and so like there's a lot of people like, hey, we have an estimate for your roof. Can I show you something? A few minutes of your time, it's free. No. Slam the door. Can I? No. Do you have a card? No. How you knocking on people's doors without a card? No. Little girl comes up. We're selling chocolate. I don't eat chocolate, right? I'm on a diet. Like I don't eat any of this stuff. Selling chocolate for school because we're selling chocolate. Powerless. Okay, ma'am. What's an appropriate amount to give you? And she's like, $20. Like, okay, Venmo her $20. And if it was anyone else, I would have been like, no, dude, I'm sorry. But when like kids go and do it, and it's like, you got to do it for the kids. I feel like something can be done there on that level, and apparently this one dude, Big YOLO, has done it. Maybe we should try. Maybe we should try at some point. Actually, I do have one of these ideas. How many covers do we have? daCat might have a young person that draws one of the things. Awards. Okay, very good. So anyway, we got to do that, and we're talked about it. Think it's a good idea. We're gonna do it at daCat. Zap says accumulation patience. 70 mil is the next target. 285 is the next target for me. Maybe 29. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much. If I wanna. Oh gosh, my body. We shall see. I'll let you know. It would have been smart to open leverage at like when ETH is like 3,500, right? Then to the moon. To the moon one day. Okay. Let's keep on going. Where were we here? 106. Let's see what these people are still talking about.
I think the majority of the people here are Big YOLO fans, but
they're still talking about Big YOLO.
You guys, if you want to be eligible to win a free $50 really quick from the Big YOLO family,
free $50.
You know, make a comment and retweet this page if more people win here. But I just see we got Space Penguin Girl. You're welcome to come up here and talk about the Penguin Project if you want to.
Oh, Penguin.
She's really good. She shows a lot of love in a lot of spaces. I see her around. But
we love Space Penguin
Girl. I'm going to go back to Fortune. I would really love everybody to follow Fortune. He's trying to grow his followers. He's really good at doing some technical analysis on lores and narrative of some really good projects on different platforms.
I like space owners that
I know
support each other as well.
Around, but these are the people that really do their due diligence and their research into some really potential good runners, and we all want to make money. So he's a good guy. He's based, and everybody else that's not part of the BNB family.
Okay, so all of. I understand people like, hey, we have a shill space, come shill your project, and yeah, cross-pollinate, and you get people there, and that's cool. But I feel like Twitter became like the shill space of like meme coins, which, okay, you know, whatever. But and obviously some have that business backing, but I feel like it used to be just like this place where these epic professionals come in with their wisdom. And a lot of times I think what Twitter really rewards is that if you have a good verbal IQ and you're just a great speaker, like Rocky talking to Apollo, like, you're a great speaker, Apollo, you know, you're a great talker. You know, Apollo's trying to talk him into, you know, fighting Drago or letting him fight Drago. You know, I feel like Twitter kind of rewards that, but when it kind of comes down to it, being a great talker doesn't necessarily equate to wisdom. And I feel like that's what we used to have in the Twitter spaces, and we kind of don't that much anymore. I don't know if we should. I feel like if, and maybe we'll do this one day, is I feel like on the OMI Homie show, there's just so much wisdom in that conversation every week, and there's, you know, we get a few hundred listeners, sometimes several hundred, but it's not like I feel like for the alpha and for the knowledge and the nuggets stuff that we have on there, probably should be a little bit more. I mean, there's 200 people here right now, but how much of that is for the title view goes 100K into events, which they did. A third of that was one guy. Then a bunch of other communities. Anyway, we'll keep going. Trump says Gaza will finally normalize and be peaceful. You have to get people taken care of first, but it's going to start really essential immediately. You have structures that are very dangerous, but it's the first chance it's had in centuries of being peaceful. There have been problems like no other place probably in the world. Now it's going to normalize. That would be great, because then what happens? Hopefully you have a couple of people that can maybe get a little education, maybe they go into science and technology, and maybe they make the world a better place. We'll see. Lance Brightstein says, I'll tell you this, even though I said this morning that by the time futures open, we could get one tweet and be right back down to where we were. I sure as hell didn't have the balls to long Friday's close. So much for the Baba flush I wanted, right back to 168. Oh, Alibaba It's down to like 149. Jeez, redonkulous. What else we got? Stallers. That's insane. Mr. MC1 always be posting that good stuff. Bill Gardner got Slimer there right in front of the firehouse. That's so cool. Ghostbusters. I love Annie Pop. Black Swan. Very good. I'm just looking for other stuff on X that people may or may not have posted. But let me go to my For You page on X and see where that lands us. VeVe Viral says, breaking. In under 48 hours, we will celebrate the 5th birthday of Todd, the first officially licensed NFT of any big brand. First Batman, first DC NFT, and of course, the very first drop on VeVe Official. Congrats to David Yu, Dan, Alcon, and everyone involved. I'll be seeing Alcon and Jill Crane over in 2 weeks from Tuesday for First Responders Day in New York City. Comment down below if you are going to be in the city. VeVe Viral also says $50 million market cap for the only token which grants access to the globe's top officially licensed NFTs, ranging from Disney to DC to Marvel, is wild. Plus, each purchase burns the supply and grants you rewards. The NFTs themselves offer grand utility from metaverse compatibility to AR showcasing to holder rewards, in many cases interactive, drivable, etc. OMI and VeVe are the most slept-on plays of the crypto world. It solved and created a new era of collecting. Jan Collect says, can I get an amen? Amen. My brother. VeVe Viral says, my crypto portfolio went down 6 figures while I was shaving yesterday. That's more than I make an entire year as a teacher. I felt nothing. I paused my shave, bought some ETH, ADA, AVAX, and went back to shaving. This is needed. Nothing has changed. Alt bull run still coming within 3 weeks, says VeVe Viral, and will last roughly 3 months. I don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. We'll see. No, Robert Irwin's dog Stella passed away. No. Mass, cancerous mass. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh no, she didn't pass away. She just has cancer. Okay, she had surgery. Okay, she's fine. She's fine for now. Pals, yes. My back. Sorry, my back hurts. What else we got? Her. Irakani says, my first ever VeVe fig pin. I guess I didn't make the first 25 since there was nothing extra in my package. The physical version looks way better than the digital one, in my opinion. That's interesting. Ashton is level 70. I am currently level. I could have sworn maybe I didn't. Oh yes, I'm level 77. Very nice. How much? Thought that was fun. Schmanuel says, not many people can say that they celebrated level 100 with David Yu at the VeVe party, but I'm sure here's a first. Didn't make it into the first prestige, but I'm in the second prestige. He literally got level 100 on the night of New York Comic Con. That's amazing. Don Juan Solo said, it was once again my honor to celebrate with the VeVe fam in New York, especially that the German community showed up in such large numbers. Special thank you goes to David and Dan for the incredible work they're doing with VeVe. I'm already looking forward to meeting in Germany. Awesome stuff. Chunky Change Omi has reached level 100. Shout out to Chunky Change Omi for going in and getting that bread. Good for them. All right, I think that's going to be it for me today. I do have one more meeting I have to do. Oh, Corey Old Rhubarb says, a dude just got a 1 of 50 Spider-Man gold Agoro card after buying 35 boxes. Oh my goodness. Dude spent $3,500 to get that. The roar of excitement made the convention silent for a few seconds. Dude also owns a boatload of Marvel Mighties, but didn't mention that until after. World's a cool place. Think it is too. Think it is too. Good times. Sorry, give me 1 second. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. And everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. Bye, guys. Meow, meow, meow. Never mind, I'll find someone like you.